This is Action Sports Jax, Jags Social, sponsored by Farah and Farah, the exclusive injury law firm of the Jaguars.
Josh Allen, their quarterback or our D end?
Oh, let the confusion of the Josh Allens begin. Head coach Doug Peterson clarifying with a UK reporter this week on which Josh Allen he was asking about. It was the other Josh Allen and how he will be a challenge for the Jags defense this week, but maybe not so much when the Jags Josh Allen has been playing as well as he has. More on that battle coming up.
But first, how about a big happy birthday to QB1? Trevor Lawrence turns 24
Woo!
today. Wow, what a way to celebrate your birthday in London. You know what would be a nice birthday present too?
Us.
A W in London. We would be nice too. Welcome to Action News Jags Social. I'm Chandler Morgan.
And I'm Olivia Tasley. It's game week 2 in London, so we continue our British theme, but we've also turned the studio and myself pink. This is in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
And later this month, the Jags Social team will be hosting the Pink Ribbon Soiree from Fields Auto Group. They are the proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And we cannot wait for that event. But first, let's start things off by giving you a little tour of life in London with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tell me this isn't something out of a storybook. This is like if Peter Rabbit and his family played football and Mr. McGregor was the opponent. This would be the backdrop to that story. Jags prepping for the Bills at Hanbury Manor, which is a hotel and country club in Ware, UK, not Ware County, just to clarify. Absolutely stunning place to spend a week for work and fine-tune those keys to the game.
Your keys to the game, sponsored by Greenway Kia.
Our first key is one we have talked about every single week, and we will likely continue to talk about it until it gets fixed. Third down conversions. I'll show you the numbers in a bit, but keeping drives alive will be paramount this weekend. You have to cash in on those money downs. It is a battle of the Josh Allens, the Jags Josh going up the Bills Josh. Battle worked out well last time, and I'll remind you why. And lastly, explosive passing game. Have to get more shots down the field and utilize these weapons against Buffalo. All right, I told you I was going to show you the numbers for the Jags third down efficiency, and I'm a woman of my word. Take a look. Week 1 against the Colts and week 2 against the Super Bowl defending champs and Chris Jones. Jags were 3 of 12. In week 3's stunning loss to the Texans, a bit of an improvement, getting 5 of 13. And last week against the Falcons, nearly similar with 5 of 14. If you do the math, though, none of those are at the 60 to 70% range Doug Peterson talked about wanting following week 1's loss. And he even said it on Monday. They have to be better there. Next, the battle of who is the better Josh Allen is back. Last time it was the Jags Josh. The battle took place at the bank back in November of 2021. Buffalo lost 9-6, and the Bills Josh Allen was not able to throw a touchdown pass. On the other hand, show me that sack. There it is in all its picture-perfect glory. The Jags' Josh Allen was able to sack the Bills' Josh and get 1 of 2 interceptions during that game. Let's see if the same story will play out in London, where these two teams have met before. That game was back in October of 2015 and was the first Jaguars win across the pond. Another fun note, Josh Allen is the only player to record 3 sacks in a regular season game played outside of the United States. And our last key to the game, this offense needs to be more explosive in the passing game. Trevor hasn't thrown for more than 300 yards in one single game this season. Josh Allen, the quarterback, Josh did last week against Miami, but he has also been limited to under 300 most of the season. And both of these guys have top-tier weapons. Let's hear what the birthday boy has to say about working on these keys to the game.
There's different things that go into it, but like I said, execution in critical situations, third down, we all have to be on the same page. We got to execute, we got to communicate, whether that's protections, whether that's certain routes or getting to the right play from my standpoint, or just making the play. And I think it all just comes back to starting the game fast and really executing every snap to start the game. Don't wait until you're 2-3 drives in to start doing that. So.
Trevor also emphasized this Bills defense, which plays through the whistle every single play. He says they are constantly retracing and refolding until they make the play. Protection will be big in this game, both the ball and Trevor. And who better to protect a ball than man's best friend? Trevor locked eyes with this four-legged fella on his walk to practice earlier this week. Meanwhile, the Jags defense will be locking eyes with the other Josh Allen. For more on that, we turn to Action Sports Jack's Brent Martineau. He has our road to victory.
Road to Victory, sponsored by your First Coast Hyundai dealers. It's your journey. Own every mile.
The Jaguars came into this season with lofty expectations, and on the schedule are some elite teams around the NFL the Jags could measure themselves against. Kansas City, Buffalo coming up this weekend. Later on in the season, potentially Cincinnati or San Francisco, even Baltimore. Well, the Jaguars didn't do a great job of it in Week 2 when they lost to Kansas City 17-9. The defense played well, the offense did not. Another opportunity comes Sunday against the Bills, and the Bills' offense is clicking, one of the best in the NFL right now, which means the Jaguars are going to have to keep up.
You know, this is number 1, number 2 offense in the National Football League. You know, they have MVP-type players on their side of the ball, and defensively, they're number 1 in takeaways. So, you know, offensively, we're going to have a challenge. It's going to be a big challenge for those guys. Defensively, it's going to be a big challenge for us. But, again, if we prepare, we have that confidence, we play with that swag, I think we can compete with anybody. I think we can beat anybody.
Great personnel over there, skilled players, linemen, running back, quarterback, all that. It's all about being able to execute what we call. Each week we're going to have different challenges, understanding who we're going against and what problems may occur, you know, according to through our calls, and then being able to work through them.
Good offense, great players, great coaching staff, a playoff team. So it's going to be a fun matchup. Stick to the game plan, you know, do our jobs, and I feel like we come out with a victory.
There's so much focus on the Jaguars offense, but this is a real test for the Jaguars defense, and they've played well in 3 out of 4 football games. This will be the toughest challenge yet. Josh Allen coming off a perfect passer rating on Sunday, the first time it's been done in the NFL in 3 years. Always on the road with the Jacksonville Jaguars, this time just outside of London. I'm Brent Martineau, Action Sports Jax.
Thank you, Brent. And he will join us again all weekend long, all day long on Sunday as you take a look at our game day coverage from London. Jags weekend and countdown to kickoff before the Jags take on the Bills. And join us for our post-game show and Action Sports Jax primetime. All right, Chandler, I got my wish. Our best British Duval.
I asked for it and you guys delivered. This is amazing. Jaguar fans, you are so devoted. We've seen your pictures of you traveling all the way over to London, and all week long you've been sending in your best Duval fan videos. So each week we're showing you the best of the best right here on Jag Social. This week we have our London edition. So let's see who's taking home the best Duvals of the week.
Let's go Jags! Duval!
I heard the British accents in there. I like it. Shout out to our London fans with the best Duvals of the week. You guys are great. It is so easy to send us your videos. Go to actionnewsjax.com, then click on share your pics and upload your video. We want to put you on TV right here on Jag Social every Friday night.
That second Duval had that accent. I'm so jealous. I have to practice in break time. When we come back on Action Sports Jax, Jag Social, Brent Martineau goes one-on-one with the mayor of Duval. Their conversation on the games in London, the renovations in Jacksonville, and getting flights between the two.
All right, first a twist on our British teal trivia. Oh man, how many times can you say that one fast? So with lows being in the 50s over in London, it's probably true that some of our Florida friends across the pond are a little bit chilly, don't you think? Which saying could they use to describe it is cold? Is it A, it's jammy, B, it's pocky, or C, it's gormless? The answer after the break on Jag Social.
This is Action Sports Jax, Jags Social, sponsored by Farah & Farah, the exclusive injury law firm of the Jaguars.
All right, answer time for our teal trivia with a British twist. This is the last time I talk in a British accent for the show. All right, I feel like it's Australian almost. With lows being in the 50s over in London, it's likely that some of our Florida friends across the pond may be a bit chilly. So they could say it is pocky. It was B. It's pocky. I love that. I've never heard of that.
The Festival Weather Team tracking pocky temperatures.
Pocky temperatures. Hey, welcome back to Jag Social, everyone. Well, the talk of the town for the past few months has been the stadium renovations and where the team will actually play when that happens.
And we want answers. Luckily, Brent Martineau had a chance to sit down with the Jacksonville Mayor, Donna Deegan, while over in London to get the tea.
We heard our first Duval in the lobby the other day, and everybody turns around. Oh, these Americans! Duval! It's so fun to see everybody come here and they're all excited.
Well, we were just at an event and Jags fans or that live over here were like, can you ask her to get the direct flight? That's a big topic.
Well, everybody has to drive to Orlando if they want a direct flight, or Tampa. So we have met with folks from Gatwick Airport while we were here. We've been talking about what we need to do to firm up that whole idea, and I'm hoping that in the next 18 months or so we'll be able to make an announcement there.
Well, what is the latest from your vantage point on the stadium?
I have a team that's working on that, and from my understanding, that first meeting was simply introductions. Everybody getting to know each other, the team getting to know each other. I think there's a framework there for beginning conversations, but to say that there's been any sort of particular agreement reached at this point would be way too premature. But I believe that we will reach an agreement. I think we both want to get to yes, and so I think we will.
When do you get more involved?
At this point, I will have ultimately on our team the final say. The buck stops with me. But then there's council, right? So we'll have to go through council and present that plan once we have it, and then see where that goes. But I've had so many community meetings here over the last several weeks since I was elected, and I hear over and over again that people are not excited about spending public money on a stadium. I know that the fans really want it. I know some people don't see the benefit of it. I see a lot of benefit in so many ways. Pride in this team, in the city, relationships that we can build business-wise. But the bottom line is 80% of folks say they don't want to spend the money, 80% say they don't want to lose the Jaguars. And those two things are simply mutually exclusive. So an agreement must be reached. And so hopefully at the end of the day we come up with one that we're all pretty pleased with.
Is there any movement on where they could play potentially in the construction years, or is that too far down the road?
I know everybody's really dying to know what's going on there, but the truth is we're just not there yet. I think there are a number of options that we can look at that way. Obviously, any discussion over extending that period of time, then you have a balance to make, right? It's going to be more money if you extend the time that it takes to renovate the stadium, but at the same time it's going to cost you money if the Jaguars are playing other places. So I think we're just going to have to come down and look at that dollar amount, look at the money and what the fans in the city want.
How important in the landscape of everything is this issue?
I've said this for years now, that I believe the success of other neighborhoods surrounding downtown are really in very many ways predicated on how well we do in downtown. Now what I'd like to see is this become an economic development argument where we're talking about what we can do for some of our neighborhoods that have been left behind for a long time. And I think the more we can do that, the more it becomes that type of a discussion, I think the more people will at least be able to look through a different lens and say, I can see how now this is not just a stadium, it's an effort to create economic prosperity for much of the city.
And speaking of the mayor, during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we know that Mayor Donna Deegan is a breast cancer survivor. She founded the Donna Foundation to meet the critical financial needs of the underserved living with breast cancer. And this weekend, you can take part in the 16th running of the Donna 5K at TPC Sawgrass. Runners of all levels are invited, and you can even do it virtually. We did put a link to sign up under actionnewsjax.com.
High school football fans, prepare your pink because Pink Out games are back in Clay County. In partnership with the Jaguars, Prep, and One Clay Sports, all games in Clay County will help raise money for breast cancer awareness all month long. Last year, Clay County Athletics were able to raise nearly $6,000 for the American Cancer Society. So here's a closer look at which schools will host a Pink Out games through the month of October. So for example, tonight, Clay County High School and Oakleaf High School are both hosting Pink Out games. They are not playing each other. They are hosting their own separate games. Clay County is hosting Middleburg tonight, and Oakleaf is hosting the Bradford Tornadoes. You can catch all the high school football highlights about 3 hours right here on Fox 30 on the Friday Night Blitz.
Coming up, it's the big cats meeting the big dogs at the Jacksonville Humane Society. Meet the adoptable pup we're featuring in this week's Big Cat Community Impact.
This is Action Sports Jax, Jags Social, sponsored by Farah & Farah, the exclusive injury law firm of the Jaguars.
Well, every year the NFL helps raise awareness about early cancer detection and risk reduction. It's part of their Crucial Catch mission. Next week is the Jaguars' Crucial Catch game as they come back home and host the Indianapolis Colts. We want to make sure you are ready with your Crucial Catch swag. The hats you see here are located at Sportsmania in Jacksonville Beach, so be sure to snag the swag before next Sunday and help raise money and awareness for a good cause. Welcome back to Jags Social. Well, not only is the NFL impacting communities, but so are our Jaguars.
Each week here on Jags Social, we'll look to highlight some of the ways that the Jags and players give back to the community. Today, we take you to the Jacksonville Humane Society for this week's Big Cat Community Impact.
Ready for his close-up. Oh yeah. That's the good stuff.
So this is Curious. He is 10 years old and he is just full of love. He's so gentle, calm, just loves making new friends, as you can tell.
And Curious proves age is nothing but a number, especially in dog years.
Senior dogs just have as much love, if not more, to give than some of the younger dogs. He's this beautiful brindle pattern. He kind of looks like a tiger. They have a little bit of extra miles on them, but it just means that they have, more experience. Just very polite, loves meeting new people. He loves to sniff around. So like when you first meet him, he'll give you the little sniff check and then he's like, all right, give me all the love.
And he has a funny way of giving hugs.
He does, yeah, so he loves to run right in between your legs and he'll just kind of like sit there for a minute while you scratch him.
Educational programs and community partnerships like with the Jacksonville Jaguars have a major impact for the Jacksonville Humane Society.
We're super grateful to the Jaguars, especially the Jaguar Community Foundation. They give a lot of support to us here at the Jacksonville Humane Society. And so you'll see their logo on some of our kennels and suites just for their general support of all the animals in our care. Jaguar staff members often come and volunteer to walk dogs. They help us in some other ways too.
The Jags' own Andrew Wingard has found his furry friends through rescue adoptions, and he's featured the Humane Society for My Cause My Cleats.
This season, you can buy tickets to select Jacksonville Jaguars home games through the Jacksonville Humane Society, and a portion of the proceeds come back to us.
Helping dogs, just like Curious, find their home.
So you can attend the games, cheer on our Jags, but also support pets in need in our community.
So wholesome. If you are interested in adopting any of the animals at the Jacksonville Humane Society, you can go to jagshumane.org. For more information on how to buy a ticket to a Jags game through the Humane Society, head to our website, actionnewsjax.com. Speaking of going to a Jags game, you know just how fun their tailgates can be.
Oh, they are fun, but let me tell you, it is hot. It gets hot in that stadium. You know this. Enter Bluebird Hard Water, okay? So 2 locals created this adult-friendly beverage option, emphasis on the adult, and they call it a hydrating way to enjoy a game. No bubbles, no bloat, just clean Duval fun.
When I first went to a Jags game, I was sitting in the heat and I was like, man, I can't sip these beers. And I was like, what a perfect place to like kind of introduce people to the product. So that was really how it all started. Was this is the perfect scenario. It's always hot at the games for the most part. You're in the sun, there's no covering, and it was like, I want that, hydrating aspect while I'm drinking, and it's the perfect drink for that event.
So Bluebird Hard Water comes in 3 options. You've got tequila, whiskey, or vodka plus water. And check out this map. You can find them inside the Jags Stadium. You can also sip them down responsibly, of course, at several of their stadium bar locations.
All right, last break on Jags Social. So you know what that means. It's time for our third co-host. We ask Aspen what to expect in Sunday's game.
It's time for Ask Aspen, sponsored by Subaru of Jacksonville on Atlantic. The right choice for your next vehicle.
You got one right. Can't believe it. You did it. You got it. No more losing streak. We're going to do it again this week. Are you ready? Make your pick. Oh. Good job. Oh, no, we have second thoughts? Oh, we just don't like the treats. Well, you went to this one first.
Guys, she did it! Okay, I know it looked like she psyched it out, but she actually picked that one, I swear. Aspen got it right last week. She got a celebratory pup cup on Monday. Now Evan Ingram just has to make sure she gets another. See if her pick comes true on Monday nights during our 1-hour special of Jags Report Live. Join us right here on Fox 30 or live over at Sneakers in Jacksonville Beach.
All right, in true London spirit, it was only fair that we found you a celebrity guest overseas in London. And we recognize this face too. We know this guy. Check out this week's celebrity guest picker.
Hey everybody, John Bachman, Action News Jax. It's Tuesday, the Jaguars off day here in London. We're at the Tower of London. Maybe I'll see some Jags players. We're preparing for the Bills game on Sunday. You know who I've got? It was always the Jags. Go Jags! Duval!
Oh man, you know, he was wearing the Shop Shy and Sean
Yeah,
hat
he
too.
snagged the swag. I love that.
Yeah, he always has the swag. All right, a special thank you to Action News Jax anchor John Bakken for making that pick during his vacation during London.
Yeah, he's over there for his 25th wedding celebration
Aww.
or anniversary. I don't know, I'm not married. I don't know what that is. So thank you again, everyone, for hanging with us for another edition of Jag Social. Maybe next week or next year we go to London?
I think we should.
I think we should too. I hope our bosses are watching this part. Hint, hint. Enjoy your night, everybody, as we leave you with a drone tour of Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, the home of Trevor Lawrence's first NFL win and ground zero for the game on Sunday. Have a good night, everybody.